All right, good evening. I'd like to welcome you to Massey Hamilton for the shootout here in Massey, Hamilton. And I've got here Dean O'Kane. He's going to be commentary with me today. Basically what we're doing here is we've got 8 of our top players here in New Zealand playing in this shootout. Basically, we've organised this event due to COVID because there hasn't been a hell of a lot of tournaments going on around the country with COVID and everything else. So Massey has put together this event, and hopefully it'll be an excellent event. And I've got my good friend here, Dean O'Kane. He's going to be helping me commentate today. And he'd like to say a few words.
Well, thanks, Tony. I think we're in for a terrific match, the opening match of the Sunday night shootout between Marco Tuicha and Glenn Coutts. So Marco, a lot of people may not realise, has had great international success, not only in Europe but also in the United States, winning the US 10-ball championship last year. And really that is the defining factor of how good a player is, whether they can win internationally or not. So he's up against a very experienced Glenn Coutts. My money's on Marco. He's got all the international experience, and he's just one of the greatest players to ever represent New Zealand.
Yes, Dean. No, absolutely. It should be a good match. So find yourself a nice chair and get yourself a coffee or a beer or a beverage or whatever you need, and sit down and watch some absolute excellent 9-ball today. Oh, good evening, Dean.
Yes, good evening, Tony, and welcome everybody to the Sunday night shootout from Massey Club in Hamilton.
Yep, this is a new event. This is our shootout. 8 players from around Auckland have been picked to play in a straight knockout race to 11 tournament. Winner gets $5,000.
Well, we saw a stunning shot, escape shot from Glenn Coutts there to get him underway here. Just ran out of position there, so safety was his only option. And that's a pretty good one.
Yeah, looks like Marco's going to probably have to kick this one off the top rail. What do you think he's going to do with this, Dean? Do you think there's a plant on there for the 6 into the corner?
Well, I think that's what he's come around the end of the table to look at. It's just a question of, obviously, he's going to have to put some side spin on the cue ball to make a full contact with the red ball, which could send the 6 back up into the left-hand corner pocket. Look, it's a very tough shot.
Oh no, he hasn't played that shot at all.
Yes, obviously just enough of the red ball sticking out to play a good safety, and well done from there.
For those players that are new to this format, this is a race to 11. This is 9-ball. It's not a call shot game, so basically any shot goes. Either the white or the ball that you hit must make contact with the cushion. And also the 3 fouler rule applies in this game as well. 3 fouls, consecutive fouls, loss of game.
Again, Marco in a bit of trouble here. He's going to have to come off the top cushion with probably a bit of left-hand side on the cue ball to make contact with the red. You see him queuing up on the left-hand side of the white ball.
All right, let's play that.
Great shot.
Got a nice little kick there on the 5. As you see, he had quite a lot of side on that as he played that shot. Okay, he should just play this with a little bottom left to come down off the side rail, to come down nicely for the 7.
I think what he has to do is make sure that he gets a free shot at the 7, and he's done that. No problem now. Maybe stun around 2 cushions for the 9-ball in the same pocket. Well,
Yeah.
a bit far with the white, but that's looking quite good for Marco Teutscher in the first frame of the Sunday shootout.
Okay, we've got Jimmy Henry as our referee.
Yes, I spoke to Jimmy earlier prior to this match, and I said, "Why aren't you in the tournament?" He said, "Well, I just don't get the time to practice." So certainly one of the most consistent and well-liked pool players in New Zealand.
For sure would be. Okay, Marco's just broken that off. He's done a dry break, so, or has he potted one off the break? Sorry, did Glenn break that, Dean? So what's Marco looking to do here? He's obviously trying to be positioning for the 1, but he's looking for the 3, for the 2. He's onto the 2 ball, but he was eyeing up that 3 for some reason.
Well, I think it's a tight squeeze to go past the 8 ball into the centre pocket, so obviously he needs to... I don't think the double is on. Let's wait and see what he does, but the 3 off the 8 ball into the right centre is probably the positional shot.
Yeah, he's just played that nicely. He'll possibly just come off that 3, dead weight, pot the 8 on the 3. The speed here will play a big part in the shot.
Yes, the middle pocket jaws are very difficult on these tables.
Oh, he's gone for the safety.
Well, that's a well thought out and tactical shot. Not something that I was thinking of, Tony.
No, certainly not me either.
Right, Glenn's coming out with the jump cue here.
As you know, safety play is a big part of this game as well. So obviously, if there's not an obvious shot on, the safety play is certainly the better option.
So a foul committed by Glenn. He hit one of the intervening balls first, which gives Marco ball in hand. Place the whites anywhere on the table.
Now, he'll be trying to transition, just maybe play the 4 onto the 8. Or would he be transitioning to play the 4 into the corner and then just to stop for the 5?
Well, there's several ways he could play it. Ideally, he'd like to get that 8 ball out of the way, but let's see what he plays. I think a plant 4 ball onto the 8 ball would be a good, sensible choice of shot.
No, he's definitely rolled through for the 4 into the top right-hand corner.
He certainly has, but he's gone too far with the white ball. So
he's a little bit hampered.
This makes it awkward.
Very close to the 5.
Good shot from there.
The speed of this table seems to be running very nice.
Right. Now, this is all about a potting game. Needs a good long pot here.
It's just be a stun out from side rail, 6 in the middle.
Got a natural angle to roll round for the 7 into the right centre pocket. He could play it directly off into the middle or off the 8 ball.
Yeah, this would just be a stun shot, or he could possibly just run this through and maybe play the black into the top right-hand corner. It looks like he's stunning it, so he's going to maybe pot the black in the middle.
Yes, a better shot than what it looked. Probably only half a pocket there to aim for, so this looks like ominous signs for Glenn Coots. Marco Teutsch, one simple shot, and he'll be leading 2-0.
Yes, that's a good start for Marco. Glenn's certainly going to have his work cut out for him if he continues to keep making silly little mistakes, but hopefully if he can just stay with them, it should make for a good match. Okay, Marco coming up to break. In the game of 9-ball now, the 9 sits on the spot. Okay, he's got this easy 3 up into the corner. Maybe a plant. He needs to get position. He needs to get good position on this 4. Maybe he's looking at a plant. After he's played.
Well, the problem is the 4 is in a very difficult position.
Yes.
In between, right near the 9-ball there, and it doesn't directly pot into any easy pocket. So the positional side of this next shot is quite crucial.
Could be looking at the plant 4-7 combination. He's got a lot of backspin off that. He's overcooked it. Could be looking for a safety here, or maybe even a combination. 4-7. Play this with bottom left, but I would think more than likely be playing a safety.
Well, he's coming around and having a look at that combination shot, which basically takes the white ball from the 4 onto the 7 and pockets it. But well, it has to be played almost perfectly. I think he's playing safe here.
He's doubled it.
Shot to nothing, as they say. Potential double, safety in mind.
Going to be looking to try and tuck this up in behind the 9. Just come a little bit short on that.
Yes, it's all about controlling that white ball, isn't it? So I think this is quite an easy safety for Marco to get back into control of this frame. Tactical control.
Okay, Glenn will be looking at this shot thinking, okay, I'll have to get my jump cue out. Or maybe he's looking to take it off the rail, try and hit it from the rail.
Well, either way, he's in a bit of trouble here. Might need a bit of luck to get out of this.
No, he's certainly been put on the back foot in the first 3 frames here. Marco looks very much at home on these tables, Dean.
Well, he's scarcely put a foot wrong so far. Looks like a gentle stun into the centre pocket. And 6 ball for the corner.
Stop shot.
Right, so he's got to play a good positional shot and come a
He'll
couple
probably-
of
he'll
times
probably
across
come-
the table.
Come up off 2 rails, yeah. 1, 2, yep.
So Marco Tuicha continues his winning form, currently leading 3-0.
Yes, for those of you that don't know anything about Marco, Marco is resided here in New Zealand. He's actually from the Netherlands. He's a Dutchman, and has been doing very well in the pool circuit here in New Zealand. He's represented New Zealand over in America, playing in the US Open 10 ball, which he managed to take out, beating some very good players along the way. Michael Van Boning, Skylar Woodward, Thurston Hoffman, to name a few.
Not the best run of the ball for Glenn there. Not a dry break, but the 1 ball is in a very bad position.
Oh, he's got a bit of luck there, Dean. Just nudged that 7 on the way through, which helped it into the pocket.
He certainly did.
Okay, now they're all pretty much out there in the open, Glenn. All he's got to do is stay composed, Dean, and just, you know, paint by numbers here. Nothing silly. Be looking to play this off 2 rails.
Again, he doesn't want to snooker himself by the 9 ball there, so cue ball back towards the centre of the table.
It's got a nice little angle to come up for the 6. Or the 5, is it? Oh, he's just run a little bit short on that, so he's going to have to play off 2 rails with quite a bit of pace. Let's use 3 rails. Yeah, he's
All about the cue ball control and nothing easy here. Let's play the 6 onto the top cushion.
he just seems to be over-hitting everything a little bit at the moment.
He's certainly overdone that one. Right, good pot required, good position for the 7. He's
Right.
got that cue ball on a string at the moment.
Absolutely, he's certainly got the pace of the table. Yes, he doesn't. Glenn doesn't want to let him get into too big a lead, otherwise it'll sort of be like climbing Mount Everest to try and get back.
Another good finish from Marco Tuicha and leading the match. 4 frames to 0. We're using what we call a magic rack. What that does is it keeps all the balls nice and tight, so that when you break you get a nice even split. Yes, I think that's the thing that all players want, is that all the balls to be connected on the break-off shot, not to be loose amongst themselves as a pack. Then, therefore, you can generate much more power into the shot.
Marco to break. It's very close to that white ball, doesn't he? When he's feathering.
Yes, well, you know, that's if you're practicing a lot, you can do that. You can feather up almost touching the white. Of course, you can't touch it, otherwise it's a foul. But I must say, in my own game of snooker, that's very similar to how I play.
For those of you that don't know, Dean will be playing Denise Wilkinson next week. So certainly tune in for that. That should be an excellent match. I'm certainly looking forward to it myself.
Difficult situation for Marco here. 2-ball. Of course, he could cut it towards the corner pocket, but he'd lose all control of the white ball.
I think he'd be looking to play a safety here. Maybe just if he stunned it and tried to keep the white in behind the 9, or...
Let's see what he figures out. I think there's a region there between the 4-ball and the 9-ball where he could place the white, perhaps get a great safety out of it.
I think he's looking to come off the side rail and back down behind the 4.
Again, another very well played shot from Marco. He's got the snooker.
Yes, certainly, Glenn's certainly on the back foot in most of these frames. Every time Marco plays a snooker, Glenn either gets out of it or fouls and gives him a ball in hand, and it's pretty much all there for Marco to take the frame. So I think Glenn's got to try and find something, Dean. What does he need to do to bring back this deficit?
Well, he's certainly got to have some opportunities. He hasn't had that many.
No.
Big shot here. Jumping over the 9.
Oh, he's played that beautifully.
That's a terrific shot.
He made that look easy, Dean.
Yes, it's not something that I've practiced much, I must say. So
just in the timing, he just timed that so well.
that's one of his best. That's his best shot of the match.
Yes. So what do you think he's going to do? Can he cut this 4 in, Dean, or is he going to play safe? I mean, cutting the 4, he's sort of losing control of the white.
Well, what is he playing here?
Oh, what's he doing here? Oh, the 3. Sorry, I didn't. That's the 3-ball. Sorry, didn't see the 3 there. It looks like the 7.
Well, it does on our TV monitors. That's correct. Okay, so pretty good result there for Glenn.
Excellent. Well, maybe this might be the turning point, Dean.
Look, sometimes it just does take a bit of luck to turn things around slightly and get a roll on. It's been all Marco so far.
Yeah, I think with the white being as close it is to the 7-ball, he's certainly decided to take a jump shot at it. I mean, for him to pot the 4 would be an absolute excellent shot, but I think a good safety may be the shot of the.
Well, if he makes foolish contact with the 4-ball, surely he can send it towards the side rail. Hits it full in the face, he might send it right back down the other end of the table.
Oh,
Well, we didn't think of that one, Glenn.
Tony.
Tony.
Wow, but he's snookered himself on the 4. But what a shot on the 3.
Well, I've never seen anything like it.
He's very, very solid with his jump shots, Marco. Well, if there was ever an opportunity for Glenn to get back in the match, this might be it. But having said that, he's already played one great jump shot. Do you think he'll play another?
I'm not sure I can call it. I think the main thing is to get the object ball, the 4-ball, safe in this situation. I think that's his main concern.
Yeah, okay, so he made good contact with the 4, but he hasn't got it safe on it, so Glenn's got an opportunity here. Is it straight or is it just off straight?
I think that was the problem. You called it. He was too straight on the 4. And that's why he's completely out of position now.
Yeah, he certainly had his chances, but he just hasn't been able to keep control of that white ball, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, he was, you know, almost straight on the 4-ball. He couldn't do much with the white. And now this is an easy safety for Marco to retain tactical control.
So for those of you that have just signed in, this is going to be an annual event every Sunday night. It's a straight knockout, 8 players. So when we get down to the semi-final in 4 weeks' time, hopefully we'll see a very good match.
Well, we're seeing a good match at the moment. It's just that Marco has got a terrific head start, and being an international class player, Glenn is in a lot of trouble now.
Yes, he just seems to be on the back foot every frame.
Good safety from Marco. Pressure's on Glenn.
Well, he's got a bit of luck. Oh, where's the 9 going? Oh, well, he's got away with that one, Dean.
This requires one good pot here.
Oh, yes. Oh, look at this. Oh,
I'm not too sure that's the best shot I've ever seen. Hopefully it still cuts in.
it would have been a lovely shot if he'd got the 9. Wow.
First frame on the board then for Glenn Coutts, but our leader is Marco Teutsch, leading 4 frames to 1.
Okay, Mr. Coutts, he was born. I can't see that. Jump shot. Oh, okay. Okay, we're going to replay a jump shot.
Big shot here, jumping over the 9.
It's a lovely shot from Glenn.
That's a terrific shot. So Glenn to break in this frame, he really needs to get his game going. Pretty much frozen out from Marco in the first 4 frames.
Yeah, I think if he can get another frame on the board, it might just do his confidence the world of good. Okay, he's got a good break there. Even though he hasn't an obvious shot on, at least he's landed on the 2.
struggling with his pace on the table again. That should have been a tight snooker.
Yeah, I think he's just a little nervous. He's hasn't quite composed himself yet, but I'm sure he'll come right.
So, big shot here. Marco going for the 2-ball in the right corner pocket. He's got a good angle now to stun around 2-3 cushions for the 8-ball into the left corner pocket, the top end of the table.
Yeah, he'll play this with a little bit of power, a little bit of left-hand side to bring it round off 3 rails.
Again, great pace control on the white ball. I think his dilemma is whether he plays the 9-ball to the far right corner or screws back off the cushion and plays the 9-ball for one of the top corner pockets. The problem is being straight. The cue ball can only go forwards or backwards.
Looks like he's screwing back off this anyway, Dean. He's coming back off this rail.
Pace has got to be just right.
Yeah, I think the spin slowed that down a wee bit, but he's got a good angle here. He should pot this.
Quite a thin cut. So Marco Teutsch continues on his winning ways and now establishes 5 frames to 1 lead.
Yeah, I think Glenn will be sitting in his seat thinking, well, I gave that one away. Could have played that shot a lot better. Now, a little bit of statistics from our friend Glenn Coots. He was born on the 4th of the 3rd of 74. He's a resident in Auckland. Hometown was Christchurch. Started playing pool in 1990. So he's been playing for 30 odd years. He's had a few titles over his career through NZPA, Massey, Clubs New Zealand, etc. He's the one and only player to date to win the Australian Open and New Zealand Open in the same year. Very good. Okay.
Well, Marco will be very disappointed with himself there. He did screw into the left-hand side cushion, but a second contact has sent him off.
Glenn could possibly be looking for 3 fouls here. As the balls aren't easy, he'll be looking to play snooker here.
Well, as you can see, the 3 and the 8 are very awkwardly placed, so I think that's a good call. Tony, he's certainly playing the tactical game.
If he, yeah. I mean, the 3 foul rule applies. 3 consecutive fouls in a row is loss of frame. So he's already got the 1. He's going for the second one here. Oh, he's missed it, Dean. Okay, so this is an opportunity for Glenn. Now, the table's actually opened up because he's knocked that 6 off the side rail there, Dean. So, Glenn's obviously thinking, well, hang on, do I go for the 3-shot foul or do I just go for the finish? Is there an obvious snooker there for him, Dean, or do you think he'll go for the finish?
Well, as a player, as a potter, you'd go for the finish, but he has got an easy snooker going in behind the 3-ball. Okay, this is a must hit for Marco.
Yeah, I think to be honest, he really needed to put that white hard up against the 3 to make it a little harder for Marco to get an angle to play out to hit the 1.
Wouldn't expect him to miss it.
No. Dead right. He's actually potted it.
On the flip of a dime.
Wow. That certainly builds your confidence.
Look, there's nothing Glenn could do about that.
Oh, what's he done here? He's overcooked it.
Well, he can hit the 3 ball. I'm not sure he can squeeze through to the potting angle, though.
He's got the jump cue out, so he's looking to jump it. Half ball. I'll be a little disappointed with that, but he's very good with his jump shots.
Tough shot, this.
Oh, he's played a good snooker here, Dean.
Look, he's just tapped the table there, and I think he acknowledges he had a bit of a slice of fortune there.
He was obviously going for the pot, but it didn't pan out that way. Now, Glenn's got a sort of a kick shot to play here, but he's got to sort of think, well, okay, where am I going to leave the white?
Not the angle of contact he wanted.
No. There is a little bit of an age difference between Marco and Glenn. Glenn's 46, Marco's 28. So those young eyes certainly help.
What can I say? I think he's a very experienced 28-year-old when it comes to his international playing career.
Absolutely, very experienced and very dedicated.
So, difficult shot position-wise. The 4's not a problem, but getting back down the table for the 5.
He'll probably play this with a little bit of right side English, just to sort of come off the side rail and up. I don't think he'll try and do bottom left because he might cannon into the 9.
That's the problem. The 9 ball is a problem here. He's played it exactly as you said, Tony.
Yeah, and he's got on the right side of the 5 ball here, so he'll just stun this up to the side of top rail and back down for the 6.
A little bit further with the white would have been preferable, but he can easily stun to the right-hand side cushion, get the cue ball back into the centre of the table.
Yeah, this is one of his signature shots. He actually plays his shot very well.
Now he's got the right angle here just to stun up for the 8 ball in the right corner.
Yeah, a little bit of bottom left. Oh, he doesn't want to snook himself behind the 9. I think he has, Dean. Or has he got away with it? The way he's playing it, he's got away with it.
It was a close run thing, wasn't it?
Was.
Once again, Marco comes good at the end of the frame and is now leading Glenn Coutts 6 frames to 1.
Yeah, I think Glenn will be thinking to himself, well, I'll probably let that one get away as well, but just keep composed, and you can only play what's in front of you. Good break here. Might help turn things around a bit. Where do you prefer to break from, Dean? Do you prefer to break from the side like this, or would you rather break from the middle, just off the centre of the table?
Well, I asked Marco about 3 weeks ago what to do, and this is exactly the position he put me in.
Oh, right.
So, full contact, fullish to the left-hand side of the 1, and screw the white ball onto the right cushion.
Right.
And that is, ooh, gosh, that was close to going off.
Oh, he's got a good lie here. Come on, Glenn. This is the chance that you've been looking for.
Yes, he must make this opportunity count.
Yeah, he was stretching a wee bit there, so he's got the jigger out.
I don't like that shot much.
He's overcooked it now. To be honest, I don't know. Soft stun would have been more than adequate.
I just can't figure out what he played there.
No, I'm not sure what he was thinking. He'd be looking for a safety here. He'll just play off this ball, try and put the 2 down by the 7. He just hasn't quite got the pace of this table yet, Dean.
Well, of course, it's not just about potting balls. It's about retaining position with the white ball. Second best is a good safety. I think Glenn would have been disappointed and would have been looking to run out that frame.
Yes, he certainly had his opportunities there, Dean, but he's just sort of not taking full advantage of them. Okay, Marco's probably looking just as... He's got to be careful here, because if he tries to clip off it on the right-hand side, he might make contact with that 6. So he's probably just looking to play this a little bit fatter.
Is he playing the side to side? Or is he coming in behind? Looks like side to side.
Yeah, a little bit fatter, but he's... Yeah, sort of what he was after, but I think he was looking to snooker him behind the 6 there. It was just the pace let him down a wee bit there. Okay, now if ever there was an opportunity for Glenn to take this frame, it's now. But can Marco see that too from there? I think he can see a little bit of it.
Difficult to get on the 3 ball though.
But at least he's given himself a shot at it. Okay, he doesn't have to do much with the white here. All he has to really do is focus on the pot. The 4s pretty much take care of itself. But he would like to sort of be out in the middle of the table if he can.
Needs a good pot here. And that is one.
Okay, he needs to put a little bit on this white ball to get it back down for the 6 ball. So he'll be looking to play it with bottom left to come back down off the side rail, just off straight on the 6.
He's controlled it quite well, but I think he's going to have to cannon into the 7 here to take position.
Ideally, I think he will have to, unless he thinks he can screw back and take it off the side rail. Big shot. He's gone for the double, Dean. Played that like wasn't even there. Very nice.
Surely one of the standout shots of the match. Doesn't want to be hampered by the 9 because he has to get the white ball back up the table a bit. He's all right.
Yeah, just do a soft screw on this. He'll want to avoid the middle pocket if he can. Right, perfect.
Well, Marco Teutscher continues his mastery of the 9-ball table and now establishes a 7 frames to 1 lead.
Yes, Glenn has had a few opportunities there, but hasn't taken them, and hence the score.
Well, I think it's always difficult when you go behind in a match against a high caliber opponent, and Marco is obviously, you know, the favourite to win this match, and Glenn has to produce something extra special just to get back into this match now.
Marco to break.
Now let's see what he does with the cue ball after it hits the one. He told me a few weeks ago, screw into the side cushion, touch of left-hand side. Right,
Is he looking to pop the one in the middle?
he's gearing up for it. Look out. Great call there, Tony. That's precisely what he played.
Okay, he's hampered by the 9 here, but he can push out. In these rules, you have a push-out shot. So basically what that means is if you can't make contact with your ball, you can push out. You can hit any ball you like, and then it's up to your opponent whether or not he wants you to play. He plays or he sends you back in.
So does a ball have to hit a cushion from these push-out rules, Tony?
No, no. It's the only time a ball doesn't have to hit a cushion.
Thank you. Is he playing the plant shot, the 2 onto the...
He could possibly be.
Oh,
See as he's played that well.
So back on the 2 again.
Excellent
Again.
ball speed there.
Fantastic cue ball control.
Okay, he's got the 4 over the pocket here, so he's probably just looking to come out or just roll this in.
Actually played with a bit of check side. So
it's the 3 ball and then the 4. Yeah, do you know what balls these are, Dean, at all? They're not the usual balls that we play with.
I just think they look a bit different on TV. Their colours come up differently under TV
Right.
lights.
Yes.
I mean, we had the same problem in Pro Tour snooker, and we had to get the coloured balls actually dyed a different colour so that they appeared as the correct colour on
Right.
the TV screen.
Right. Okay, what's happened here is he's on the... Is that the 5?
I think so.
So he's pretty straight on this. He's got to be careful here he doesn't double cue. So just,
I.e. a push shot, is that what you're saying?
well, actually, it's a push shot, which means he makes contact with the white makes contact with the tip twice.
Well, of course, it's difficult to get on the 6 from here as well.
Yes, but he's played that nice, and I think he'll just bank this. Oh, he's hit it quite hard. Yeah.
That would be Marco's worst shot of the match. I mean, he had an easy safety and could have kept Glenn under total pressure.
Yeah, I think sometimes if you get yourself into a bit of a lead, you can get a little bit complacent. And, you know, you're sort of overconfident, Dean. What's your thoughts on that?
I just think he played the wrong shot.
Yeah. Oh, that'll make Glenn feel happy. Yeah, Marco will be thieving a little bit in regard to that last shot he just played. So,
I think it was a bit undisciplined.
yes.
And perhaps if he was playing in a much closer match, frames-wise, he wouldn't have played that bank shot. He would have played the safety, which was a guaranteed safety.
Yeah, he certainly didn't have to play it as hard as he played it, did he? Could have been a little more controlled in the shot. So Glenn's had a dry break here. Certainly not what he wanted.
I'm just wondering if there's an opportunity after the 1 ball that he could play the 2 onto the 9 and pot it.
Yeah, you don't really see the pros play that shot often. If the pocket's there and open, they'd rather play the pot. It's not a straightforward plant, but it's certainly worth looking at.
Oh, that's what he is looking at.
Mm.
I'm not sure if he can see enough of the 2 ball.
Yeah, I think you're right. I can't see enough of the 2 ball to play it into that corner, so he's looking definitely at the plant.
All about controlling the white ball here. Well, he's left a long plant.
He's sort of just got to catch the edge of that 9, Dean. Otherwise, if he hits it too fat, he's going to force it into the rail.
Absolutely, it has to be a great second contact from ball to ball. By no means a straightforward plant shot.
Certainly a high-risk shot.
Referee Jimmy's coming around to make sure contact is immediate onto the 2 ball. 4 balls very close.
It was never going to be an easy shot. And he hit it quite hard as well. Okay, Glenn's in a bit of a predicament here. I mean, if he tries to cut this in, he'll probably go off. So he's probably looking to play a safety in behind that 4.
What about the cannon onto the 4? Knock it in.
That's a possibility, yes. Oh no, that's too hard.
It's gone straight out and potted the ball, and good position.
On the 3.
Just drag this in, 4 for the opposite corner.
What's he looking at? Oh, he's looking for the jigger.
Just 1 cushion, perhaps.
Looks like he's just playing off the 1 cushion.
5 for the right corner pocket.
Yeah, he'd just like to just stun up and get on the top side of that 6.
Must pot this ball.
He's played it quite hard.
Out of position there. It's not a good shot. Needs to retrieve the situation.
Yeah, see, personally, I would have run that down into the corner because he had the good angle to get on that 7.
Okay, well, he's out there. Look, it just shows how 1 sloppy shot can lead you out of position, and this is the result. He's missed a crucial pot. Yes, he's been fortunate, but that should have been frame over.
Absolutely. I don't think he's quite got the pace of this table yet.
No, he's been struggling with that all night, and Marco certainly has in his vein of winning form there. He's got problems here.
He's going to be playing a kick shot off the top rail. He'll be probably looking to try and play a snooker here.
White behind the 9 would be ideal.
Yeah, no, he's just hit it too hard.
Okay, right, Glenn, this is your moment.
Could have been a little higher on that, but this just roll this across 2 rails.
Again, not ideal at all.
No, he's playing into a blind pocket here, but this should be routine for Glenn. Oh my goodness.
It's that positional play that has let him down.
And I think he should compose himself just that little bit more too. I think he's rushing a wee bit.
So a gift of a frame there for Marco Twitcher. as he re-establishes his command on this match and leads 8 frames to 2.
Yes, it just shows you've got to take those opportunities while they're there, Dean. And certainly the score doesn't always reflect the game, but when you've got those opportunities, you must take them.
Well, Glenn certainly has struggled with his pace, his cue ball control on the table this evening. And I think that makes a lot of difference. Yes, it does lead to a missed pot at the end of the day, but it's the cue ball control that's let him down.
Marco's just checking to make sure that all the balls are touching. Very important for that big break that he's got. He'll be looking to pot the one in the middle again, I would say. Yep, the one in the middle is nicely on the 2. Oh, has he got a cannon here on the 9? Dean.
Well, that's a definite possibility.
You certainly have a look at it, I'm sure. In this game, you have to make contact with the lowest ball on the table, but you can pot the 9 at any time as long as you hit the lowest ball on the table.
Oh, this would be a cruel blow for Glenn if Marco was to take this frame out. I think he's just playing the pot here. I don't think he's playing the combination shot.
I think you're right. Yeah, I would have thought with the way that the balls are sitting, he might have had a go at that, but maybe he was just a little bit worried about drawing it. I don't know, but
anyway, he's not out of the woods yet. 3 ball onto the 4 ball. Again, requires a excellent positional shot.
yeah, his ball speed's been very good. He gets down very low on the cue and he's very straight-armed.
Yes, he's a bit more like a snooker player in his technique, really, than perhaps what Glenn is.
Yes. Very composed. He looks very, very good. Composed.
Chin right over the cue.
Nice stroke. Nice follow-through. Good ball speed. Okay, he's got a little bit straight. He probably won't be happy with that.
One of the few times he's run out of position. I think the shot here is a heavy stun screw, but he's got to put a lot of pace into this to get the white ball back out into the centre of the table.
I think he'll either, if he doesn't play that shot, he'll play it with top right and try and go off 2 rails or 3 and come down.
Anyway, whichever way he plays it, it's
He's
a tough
playing with the
positional
screw.
shot.
He's stunning it.
I think he's playing the run through.
Yeah.
Well, he's played it terrifically.
Yep.
That is a great positional shot. So Marco Teutsch now establishing a commanding lead in this match, leading 9 frames to 2.
Yeah, it's a difficult comeback for Glenn because Marco gets, because it's alternate break, it certainly makes it a lot harder for Glenn to come back. Whereas if it was, you know, winner breaks, then if you could, you know, string a few racks together, you've got a good chance of coming back.
So in the international tournaments, Tony, do they play alternate breaks or is it winner breaks?
They selected tournaments, they play alternate breaks. There are some tournaments that are straight knockout ones that they play winner breaks.
It always used to be winning breaks, and so that's a recent rule change. the last
Yes,
few years.
I think so, yes. Oh, the 9's gone and off the break. Just what Glenn was after.
So, first bit of luck that Glenn's had for some time, but that gives him another frame on the board. Marco's still leading, 9 frames to 3.
Certainly hurts when your opponent gets the 9 off the break. Oh, I actually played a tournament playing a young old friend of yours, Dean, Jim Gantley. And he was 8-5 up, race to 9. And I got 3 9s in a row on him to win the match.
No wonder he keeled over.
Rest his soul. Yeah, so the ruling is if you hit the lowest ball, which is the 1 ball, if the 9 goes in off the break, you win the frame.
Great
So-
power break from Marco there.
Lovely break from Marco there.
So the 3 ball definitely available into the left-hand corner pocket. Should he pot the 2?
Oh, wow, he's jawed that. These are quite a tight pocket. I think these are an international cut, Dean.
Still, an unusual mistake, error from Marco.
Well, this certainly is an opportunity for Glenn to get back into the match.
I think he just needs one good pot here. He'll naturally be on the 4 ball.
He's nodding his head. He can't believe he missed that. But oh, what's Marco done here? Has he gone and sneaked himself on the 4? Just shows you there's never any guarantees, is there, Dean? Just one little bad shot here, a little cannon there. Yeah.
Jump cue out again. So has to cut the 4 ball into the corner.
Oh, he's gone and
Where's
off.
the white ball?
Oh, so cruel. Marco just played a nice jump shot there, but unfortunately went in off.
Right, nice bit of top spin, 2 cushions, out for the 9 into the right corner. That's it.
He's just undercooked that a little bit. Oh, where's the white ball going? Oh my goodness.
Unforgivable. There was no need to stun the white ball there. He could have run it across the table twice with a little bit of top spin and be nowhere near the corner pocket with
But
the white.
where he let himself down there is he didn't get high enough on the 9 in the first place,
Yes,
Dean.
he wasn't high enough, but it's all about where the cue ball is going to go after contacting with the 9 ball.
He didn't have to hit it that hard, did he?
No, he didn't. Marco Teutsch, 1 frame away from victory at 10 frames to 3.
Glenn to break. Okay, It's a nice break from Glenn. He's got an easy 2 here. But where's he going to put the 3?
I think the obvious pocket is the far left corner. But he'd need to play with a check side or stun the cue ball back round the table. That's no man's land, I'm sorry.
Just hasn't quite got the pace of this table yet.
Must play a good safety here. White ball in behind the 8.
That's more like it.
Well, I think he hit the ball so hard that he created a wrong angle off the cushion there. Well, that was a pretty easy hit.
Okay, Glenn's just got a stake imposed here. I think the hard ball will be the 6. But if he can get on the right side of that 6, he can play into that top right-hand corner.
Looks to be straight on the 5, so he may have to play for a thinner cut on the 6.
He'll just stun this.
So he needs a good pot here. Good control on the cue ball.
Yeah,
to
just
bring
a
it up
soft,
the table.
just a soft shot on the 6 to come down for the 7.
Again, he's lost that white ball. That is not a good positional shot.
Certainly making it hard for himself.
Well, he had all sorts of gear on the white ball there. Let's bring it around the table with stun and check running side.
Marco will probably play this with inside English, so come off the side rail using side. Yeah. It's not ideal, but it's still easy enough to get position on the 9. Oh, he doesn't want to end up hard on the 9. No, he's okay. Well, that's for the match, Dean.
Yep, and it's been pretty much one-way affair.
Yeah, I think Glenn's had a few opportunities, but he just hasn't taken them, unfortunately. But Marco certainly played fairly solid.
Well, congratulations to Marco Teutsch there, who wins the first frame of the Massey Sunday night 9-ball shootout by 11 frames to 3.
Thank you for watching, and be back with us shortly, and we'll be playing our next match.
I'm here with our winner, Marco Teutsch, of the first round. Marco, looked pretty good. How'd you feel out there?
Yeah, I'm feeling good. I mean, I get a little bit the roll of the balls, and the break was pretty good. So, but overall, I'm happy the way I'm playing. I felt like a little bit in the end of the game, I make a few mistakes. I feel like my concentration go a little bit down. But yeah, I think I was just a bit lucky that that Glenn made a few mistakes and he had like problems with the slick off the table. So now I'm just happy the way I played.
Yeah, I mean, we're playing with the new Predator Arcos 2 balls tonight, brand new Simonis cloth. How much of a part do you think that played, especially with the new cloth?
Yeah, I think it's definitely in my favorite because I've been used to it. I've been playing a lot of tournaments in these conditions. So yeah, it's definitely my favorite. You could see Glenn had like really hard to adjust on the cloth and the balls, but you know that's part of it. And yeah.
Right, so semi-finals in a couple of weeks' time. I think you'll be playing one of next week's matches, Great Dino Kane or Denise Wilkinson.
Yeah.
How are you feeling about that?
I mean, I'm just excited to play. I'm just so happy the way how it is, the arena and the atmosphere and just the whole setup. So I'm just, I'm just enjoying my time and enjoying playing on these conditions. So it doesn't matter who I'm playing, but I'm really looking forward to playing my next match.
Next up tonight, we've got Marvin Pedrigo, Ryan Sotomayor, Battle of the Filipinos. Who's your pick for that match?
I would say probably Ryan. He's just in a good condition. He's just he's just playing a bit better at the moment, in my opinion. But Marvin is playing for many years here, and he's like a top player in New Zealand. So it will be a close match. I'm really looking forward to that match. Yeah, it will be exciting.
Great, thanks Marco. Well done, and I'll see you in a couple of weeks. Great, thanks.
Thanks.
That spot where you're standing now, next time you do an interview, do it there.
Close to this corner.
adds to the spice of it.
I like the SP2 because, one, the wrap goes all the way down. The design is elegant. It's not too much, it's not too little. You know, color scheme looks really nice. And then the 12.9 Revo just fits on there perfect. So to actually go through the process and see how every shaft is made and how they can tweak it this way or tweak it that way, the process is incredible, and just being able to understand it and have trust that it's made the right way and, you know, it's formed this way every single time when you need it. It's like having a little coach on your shoulder while you're playing.
Well, that's to the spice of it.
I'm here with Marvin Pedrigo, one of the competitors in our next match. Marvin, we've got a pretty strong Filipino pool playing community here in New Zealand, and your name's always mentioned near the top. And I know you've played overseas a lot of times, represented New Zealand a couple of times. What do you think your sort of career highlight would be so far?
I think winning the national New Zealand national 8 ball, the 9 ball and 10 ball is quite a bit achievement for me, and I'm pretty happy with that. Yeah.
Is there any event that you haven't played, an overseas event, that you'd really like to play?
So far, I think I would like to go back to Binea and win some title there. It's quite a bit exciting game over there. That's why I really enjoy playing there.
Yeah, no, it's a great experience, all right. 2 weeks of pool. I mean, there's 3,500 pool players and a couple of hundred pool tables.
Yeah, that's true. That's why I want to go back there.
Yeah, how have you been finding playing and training over lockdown? It must have been pretty tough.
Actually, for me, I have more playing games in playing pool during the lockdown because I have my own table, and it's a big plus for me, so I can practice more because there's nothing really to do during the lockdown. Yeah. So I went back to the table and keep practicing.
Well, that's great. Well, good luck tonight, Marvin.
Thank you.
I'll introduce you now to Ryan. Right, Ryan Sedimano, our next competitor tonight. Ryan, this is going to be your last, probably one of your last big tournaments before you head overseas. You're moving out of California. Have you checked out the pool scene over there?
Yeah, I've been checking heaps of like clubs over there, but looks like Hard Time Billiards in Sacramento is the closest one. So yeah, I'm gonna be checking that one for sure.
Now, it's going to be pretty close to Vegas. Do you think we'll see you again in the VNEAs? I know you've also represented New Zealand at the VNEA World Champs a couple of times. Do you think we'll see you there again, or maybe at one of the US Open events in Las Vegas?
Yeah, for sure. I might see you there. Like I wanna get like I wanna try to play in the US Open to get more experience for me. So yeah.
Now, you'd have played Marvin quite a few times over the years. Have you got any strategies or plans in place tonight?
I'm just gonna try my best. That's what I always do if I play Marvin. So yeah, that's it. Hopefully.
Good stuff. Good luck tonight, Ryan.
Thank you.
Excellent. Thanks.
Okay, good evening. Welcome back to our Sunday night shootout. We've got our match number 2, and the players are Marvin Pedrago and Ryan Sadumianio. Sorry if I didn't pronounce that correctly. Both from West Auckland. Oh, sorry, no, I'm incorrected. Ryan is from Hamilton. Okay, both these players are Filipino players. Been living here in New Zealand now for quite a few years. Both members of Massey. So they've been on the circuit for a while now, and both of them very accomplished curists. So this should be a very good match. There's a bit of an age difference between the both of them. Ryan's 35, Marvin's 53. Now, a young Ryan here, he's actually beaten Marco this year in one of our tournaments, in our Bounty Hunter. So he's an excellent curist. I will have Ryan Marvin up for the lag.
Interesting that in 9-ball they have a lag to see who breaks off first. Reminds me of billiards in the 18th and 19th century.
Oh, actually. Yeah, I think the lag's good. I think it's better than tossing a coin, and it just shows you the weight of the table as well. And we've got Marvin to break. Okay, it's a good break there by Marvin. Nicely on the 1. Should stun across here for the 2 into the side pocket.
All the ball's pretty much in the open here, so I think Marvin will be looking to run out if possible.
Well, he's overplayed that a little bit, Dean. So, but maybe he's got lucky and he's got a 2 into the corner.
Yes, and he doesn't have to do much with the white ball. The 3 is available into the right-hand corner. That's what he's looking at. Just needs the right angle on the next ball to come back to the 4 into the left corner.
Played that nice. He's got a little angle here to come off the side rail to play the 5 into the centre. Oh, sorry, he's on the 3. Sorry, he's on the 3 ball. He'll just do a soft screw up for the 4. Played that relatively nicely.
Good angle to come back across the table. Well, that was his problem.
I think he's still got a shot here past the 6 ball, but he's made it just that little bit more difficult. He's got to avoid the and off into the side pocket. He may have to stun this high.
Okay, good pot, and he is on the in good position still.
He's just, I think he's a little straight on this. He would have preferred a slight more angle, but he may be able to cheat the pocket here and to come up for the 7. I think if he's straight, he may look at screwing back, but if he's just off straight, he may use the side rail.
Definitely coming. Oh,
Oh,
gosh, I don't know what happened there. Definitely got the tip a long way back from the white ball.
Oh, he's played that a little too soft, Dean. He's sort of hampered slightly by the 9, but I think he'll be fine. Would have been a lot worse if he was Chinese snookered, but I think he's fine here.
Well, of course, it just makes your sighting of the shot a lot more difficult when you're close to, in this case, the 9 ball.
It's got a big follow through.
Where is the white ball going to finish?
Perfect.
That was quite a good recovery shot.
Very good. Yeah, you certainly notice the difference in cueing styles in regards to Marco and Glenn. Marvin has a slightly slower stroke, would you say? What would you say on that stroke, Dick? On his stroke?
Well, I think he has a pause in his backswing. And, I mean, the jury's out, you know, whether that's a good thing or not. But certainly in snooker, you do have a pause either on your final delivery or on your final backswing. And that's how you time the shot correctly.
Yeah, he seems to get through the white nicely, though.
Oh, that's the whole point, absolutely, yes.
Okay, Marvin Pedrago's 1-0. Young Ryan to break. Take some time, it will come in. Got it. Maybe I didn't need to.
Well, that looks like a demolition derby down there. Great pot there from Ryan. Now, he's going to have to disturb some game here, as we say. Cut at the 2 ball in the left corner, no problem.
Yeah, there's a bit of a mess up there, so he needs to sort of maybe try and open those up a wee bit. snookered himself here on the 3. So he can get through that gap, slight edge.
I think to me, he just didn't play the shot hard enough,
No.
with enough pace to get those balls moving.
I think too, and he wasn't, you know, sure where the white ball was going to be going. He could possibly have gone and off on that shot as well. No, he had a shot through the gap.
Well, if he ends up with a snooker here, it would be incredible, but no. Well, I don't think he had a go at that, Tony. I think he's played the safety to push the 3 on the right-hand rail.
Yeah, he couldn't sort of play a shot where he could get position on that 4, so he's just played the next best shot, which is snooker. Put the, you know, the ball in Ryan's hand. But I think it's possibly a good jump shot here. He's got enough angle here possibly to get up for the 4 if he plays the jump shot.
And of course the 4 could plant on the conveniently located ball over the left corner pocket. So there is a chance here.
Oh, he's played that with, he should have actually, he's done that back slightly, Dean, so he's a little bit hampered with the 4, but I think he's got a shot at it. Possibly get a thin edge on it, cannon into the 7.
Yes, it looked like he had more angle with that shot into the centre pocket, so I'm quite surprised with the white ball finished. Left-hand check side on the cue board. He's going to try and cut this and plant it. Well played.
Played that lovely. Okay, he may have to use the side rail here to come back down for the 5. He'll be looking to kick off the rail with a little bit of running to get down for the 5 ball. I don't think he can play the 4 directly.
I think just what he has to be careful about is the 8 ball on the right side cushion, and obviously...
Oh, he's missed the 4.
He's missed it completely.
You were right about the 8, but he's missed the 4.
I've never seen anything quite like it.
Yeah, I think he just underestimated the kick off the rail there, because he was playing with the side, so it may have just straightened up a little bit more than he thought. I don't know.
It certainly straightened up. No question about that. Goes that 8 ball again. What's going to happen?
Oh my goodness, that 8 ball's been a train wreck. Oh dear.
You couldn't play that shot if you tried. It's almost certain to end up on the 5.
He's looking to go up and down the table. I don't think he's got enough angle to possibly kick it off the side rail there. Dean, has he got an angle through there? No.
I think he's way too tight to the 8 ball. So
yeah,
this is a bit of hit and hope here.
Yeah, he's certainly got a hard shot here to hit the 5 anyway. He'd probably have to come off 1, 2, 3 rails.
3 or 4.
Yes.
If he can get onto the top rail and kick the 5 back down the other end of the table, that's his best chance.
That'd be a lovely shot if he could do that. Well, he had his chance there, and unfortunately he snookered himself behind the 8, so Ryan's now got a ball in hand. Should be a relatively straightforward up for the 6 off the side rail. Play it with a little bit of running. No, he doesn't want to get too close to the rail, but I think he's fine. May have to hit this a little bit with bottom. Just get it bite in so he gets down for that 8. Oh, He's rushed that a little bit, Dean, I think, and
I'm not sure, did he miss cue?
not sure myself, but he certainly looked like he rushed it. He hasn't left an easy shot for Marvin.
I think the key thing is to get the 6-ball safe.
Yeah, I think he's been a little bit ambitious with the double. I think the safety was more the option. Yes, it's interesting watching the two Filipino players. Certainly, when it comes to Marco seems to be a lot more composed at the table, whereas these two maybe they're just a little more erratic. Play that nice.
So in goes the 9-ball. And Ryan wins the second frame. We're all level at 1 frame each.
Yeah, I think, Dean, this would be a bit more of an even match. I think these two players are pretty well evenly matched. Marvin to break. Yeah, now that's exactly what you said before with the break, Dean. Just the stun off the side of the one into the side rail there, one into the middle. Nice controlled break.
Yes, I think that's the best chance of controlling the white ball and leaving it somewhere in the middle of the table for your next shot.
Got a relatively easy 2 here into the corner. Just be stunning this across for the 3 into the middle.
What he doesn't want to be is dead straight on it.
No, I think he's got enough angle. Oh, it's quite close to the corner point of that pocket. So, yeah, but I think he's got enough angle here to punch it in.
Well, he's just looking now to see where the cue ball path is going up towards the 4-ball.
Well, he's just caught the lip of that jaw. That's why he missed it.
Well, yes, I think the thing about these metal pockets is that you can't play them off the jaws. You know, they have to go right into the heart of the pocket. Otherwise, you know, perhaps not in that circumstance, but otherwise you'd play for a corner pocket.
Yeah, you can actually take that corner out of play, but you have to punch the ball in, and it will actually force the ball into the pocket. But when you play it at slow pace, there's no way you're going to get it. Now, he's missed that by a mile. I'm not sure what he was thinking there.
Well, I think the shot here is to obviously play the 3 into the right corner, but to cannon into one of the other balls at the top of the table. 5-ball perhaps.
Play that nice. So a little bit about yourself, Dean. So coming from a snooker background, how do you find transitioning from the snooker to the 9-ball? Do you find it a different muscle memory, or is it the same, or?
Well, in commentary, it's easy. I'm not sure. I haven't been out on the table for about 18 years. So that was the last 9-ball tournament I played, was possibly about 17, 18 years ago. So we shall all see next week.
Oh, I look forward to that match. If anybody's got a 9-footer on Waiheke Island that Dean could borrow.
I'm not going to pick it up and run away with it. Yes, I just came down from Waiheke Island this afternoon, so big hello to all my friends over there on the rock.
Lovely spot. Okay, probably just got on the wrong side of the 7 here, so I'd probably be looking either to run it through with a bit of left-hand English, maybe come off 2 or 3 rails to get back down, or maybe just play the ball softly and play the black into the corner. I don't know.
Well, whatever he does, he must get good position on the 8-ball, I think, and he needs good cue ball control here. Well, this could be in no man's land.
Yes, he's unfortunately just come down a bit low on this. Maybe he could go for the double here, or even possibly play the snooker. He's looking at the cut.
Yes, the cut is a tough shot to take on.
He'll be rolling into the 9 here, Dean, so he's got a possibility of cannoning into the 9 and maybe potting the 9 as well.
Good pot.
Half a foot further and it would have been a great shot into the middle. Now he's got to look at the top right-hand corner. I think the cut isn't on, but maybe the pot into the right. That nice.
In goes the 9-ball, and Marvin Pedrigo races into a 2-1 lead.
Okay, we've got young Ryan to break. Young Ryan he was born in the Philippines, now resides in Hamilton. Tournament titles: 2020 New Zealand Men's Open 9-ball 3rd place, Massey Bounty Hunter 9-ball champion, 2020 NZ All Filipino 9-ball champion, 2019 New Zealand All Filipino 10-ball champion, and he's represented New Zealand at the VNA World Championships in Las Vegas 3 times. So he's certainly an accomplished cueist. He prefers 9-ball. And his favourite pool player is Efnan Bata Reyes. As we all well know, one of the greatest Filipino players ever to live.
Well, I think he can get directly through to the 1-ball here, and the 2-ball is conveniently placed at the same end of the table.
He'll just stun this for the 2-ball. Soft screw. probably play this with stun off the top rail with bottom right. He certainly got a little bit wider on the cue ball than he anticipated, but which makes it a little bit harder for him to get on the 4. He's got to put a lot more into the white. Well, he's avoided the enough, Dean, but he certainly ended up in no man's land.
Yes, I think when you're playing, fairly thinnish cuts like that, you're leaving it a bit to chance where the white ball finishes.
Yeah, well, he did try and get as much into it as he could to avoid that middle pocket, but unfortunately just caught the jaw and ended up in that top corner pocket. Okay, Marvin was looking to snooker Ryan here, but I think Ryan can see a bit of the ball here. Okay, he's gone for the banked shot. He's got away with it, and I think he snookered Marvin here.
Right, is it time for the jump cue?
Yes. No, I haven't seen Marvin do a jump shot before, so we'll see where he's at with his jump shots. It's not an easy one. It's a long way away from the ball.
Well, not too much damage done.
No, he's managed to get away with that one. So Ryan here will probably be looking to play a good safety back. Well, he's double kissed that on the way back through, but I think he's got away with it. If he plays this, tries to play this for the pot, he'll get a nice angle across for the 5. He's just slightly overcut that shot, but he got good position for the 5 ball. It's becoming a little bit of a cat and mouse game, this one.
Well, a good double, but he's not on the 5 ball.
Well, he may be able to play. He'll probably be looking for a safety. I mean, it would be a big shot to play up the table and try and pot the 5 from up table coming back down, but I think he's going to look at a safety here. Maybe just clip off the 5 and send the white up the top of the table, cannon into the black. Yeah, there's always an element not getting that quite right.
Well, I think you called the shot correctly. He should have played the 5-ball back onto the 8-ball and stopped the 5-ball by the top cushion.
Yeah. Okay, Marvin will be looking at this and he'll be thinking, okay, I need to screw this back, but not over screw it. Oh, he's used a side rail there, Dean.
That's a great shot.
Left himself a little bit short on the 6, but I think this is still quite cuttable. Maybe he had to use the 9 as a break. Played that well, but he's just come up a little bit short.
Yes, difficult to get from the 7 to the 8-ball here. Is it even worth the pot?
Well, I mean, if he can play it with a little bit of running left side, he may be able to kick off the side rail and get on the black, but then it's not an easy shot, but maybe safety might be another option. He's looking at it. He was always going to find it hard with that angle to get back down for the 8-ball. Ideally here would just be like a nice little nudge off the 8 and send the white back up to the top of the table. Be very hard to play the double with the black hard against the rail like that. So certainly definitely looking for a safety.
Well, I suppose the good thing about that is that he has put a bit of distance between the cue ball and the 8-ball.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure what he was trying to do there. Was he trying to bank it or? This will be a good cueing shot if he gets this.
Oh, lovely pot.
It's a good finish there by Ryan. Well, it's definitely a 2-horse race, Dean.
Yes, they're all tied up at 2 frames each.
Okay, we've got Marvin to break. He resides at Glen Eden in West Auckland. Started playing pool at the age of 14. He's won the National 9-ball winner 2014, National 10-ball winner 2014 and 15, runner-up Oceania 9 Ball 2015. His favourite game is 9 Ball. Favourite player, Ifna Bunter Rays. Got Jimmy Henry as our referee today. Okay, Marvin's got a nice little straight shot here into the middle. Just be looking to probably just stun it across or maybe screw back for the 4, but I think he's got enough angle to stun across. Sorry, for the 3. Played that nicely. No, he's just stunned that. He would have preferred possibly to just come back a little bit further than that, be a little bit closer to the 5 ball. He just seems to be running out of position a little bit, but it wasn't an easy pot. A little disappointed. Needed to come a little bit more off that side rail and get a bit straighter. So he's got to play into a blind pocket. He was always going to find it a little more difficult to get position on that 7, but I think he's got a good shot at it here. He'll just go a thin cut and up and down the table for the 9. Just got to be careful of the in-off. He needs to play this probably with a little bit of check side.
Great pot.
It's a lovely finish by Marvin. Marvin takes a 3-2 lead. So this is our Massey Sunday night shootout. For the next 4 Sundays we'll be live streaming the event. So next week we have Sullivan Clark and Mark Shue playing, and Dino Kane and Denise Wilkinson. Okay, Ryan's had a dry break there. Now Marvin has got a combination shot here, but he'll probably choose to play safe. Too risky. Oh, no, he's played it very well.
Great result.
This 2 on into the corner, Dean. Don't think it is.
I think it's a pretty close call, isn't it? So if it doesn't go, he really has to play a great positional shot here. Whoa. Almost.
It was a little unlucky there, he just come up short. Has he got a plant on the 9 here? I think he'll be looking just to play safe on this. Oh, he's played that nice. So Ryan's got a difficult shot here. He's looking at playing the kick shot. He's chosen to come off the 2 rails. Hopefully he'll try to kick this full. Oh, he's just missed it.
Yes, the cue ball seems to be coming quite square off the cushions. There's not really much slide or increased angle. I've seen a number of shots missed, even in the previous match.
Okay, Marvin's got an easy transition here from the 2 to the 4. He'll just be looking at that 5 ball. Should relatively easy position to get on the 4, but he's looking to where he can pop the 5. So he needs to get on the right side of that 4, so he's got a good angle to get on the 5.
The other shot is, of course, he could cannon into the 5 from this 2, push it towards the centre pocket.
That's exactly what he's done, well spotted. He's got a little unlucky here. Just slightly overhit it. Sort of got himself into a bit of a bother here because he can't really pop the 5, but he can try and play safe. So I'd say he'd probably clip off the 5 and try and put it the wide and behind the 6 or the 9.
I think what he doesn't want to do is move the 8 ball. Well, it's sort of a little bit of this and a little bit of that, wasn't it? So definitely a shot on here. 5 ball, the left corner cue ball coming back up the table towards the 6 for Ryan.
Just focus on the pot and the white will take care of itself. I think he's got a good angle here to come off the 2 rails to get position on the 7. It's a tight cut, so he might have to put a bit of bottom on it. Let's play that nice. Probably play this with stun off the side rail, come in up and behind the 8 into the top left-hand corner.
Yes, I think that's the best positional shot. Gives him a wide range margin for error, as they say. 8 ball into the same corner pocket.
Just off straight here on that 9, so just a nice little stun shot.
Well, to me, he left himself a long way from the 9, but no problem whatsoever. Frames are all tied up.
So, certainly got a 2-horse race here, Dean. I think these 2 players are fairly evenly matched.
Yes, and it looks like it could go the distance between Marvin and Ryan.
Jimmy Henry stacking the balls in the magic rack. 1 at the front, 9 on the spot. Just checking to see that all are touching. Marvin to break.
Well, he missed the 1 for the right centre, but got it in the left corner.
He did. And the 4 ball still spinning. Now he's snookered, half ball snookered here, so he's possibly he could jump this. I think he'll get the jump cue out. Now if he plays this right, he may get a little soft screw off this and be nicely on that 3.
Good pot, but lost position there.
Okay, I would say he'd be looking for a snooker here. I mean, it's a big pot to pot it into that top left-hand corner. I mean, he's certainly capable of doing it, but I think the snooker would be the better option. Or maybe it's a 2-way shot. Maybe if he misses it, he can get the snooker as well.
Well, I think he's drawing back on the white, so I think he is playing the pot with a bit of safety in mind. It's worked out pretty well.
Nice little angle on the 4 to get up for the 5.
Wants that cue ball to stop. Ryan wants it to go. Just coming around the table to look at his position on the 6 ball.
He may come across 2 rails here. He's looking to get down low on the white, so he might be trying to stun just into the 1 rail.
Just 1 rail, I think, but where is the cue ball going?
Yeah, that was always the issue, but I think he's got on the right side of the 6, so he could just run it through and get good position on the 7.
Now I think the cue ball does have to come twice across the table here.
He's played that nice.
Just right.
I think he just soft screw this and to pot the black in the same middle. Because I don't think he's got the angle to...
What he doesn't want to do is to cannon into the 8 ball.
He's gone around it. That's probably a better option. He's slightly hampered, but I think he'll be okay.
Should be an easy up and down with the cue ball. 8 ball in the right centre. Playing for the 9 ball in the left corner.
He's got good ball speed there. He would have liked to be a little bit closer, but I think he's okay. Well, it just seems to be going frame for frame at the moment, Dean.
Yes, there's not much between these two Filipino players.
We're playing on a Brunswick tournament edition table. Very nice tables. I think we're playing on the Simonis cloth. With the Predator balls. He's got a little unfortunate there. He got a kiss on that too, so he'd probably be looking just for a push out here. I think he's going to pop the 9 here, Dean. Just sort of take it out of play a bit. But he'd be looking not to snooker him on this 1. Obviously, if he'd snookered him on the 1, Marvin would have made him play again.
So obviously the 9 ball comes back onto its spot.
Yes. Pretty on the push out, you can pot or hit any object ball. It doesn't matter which ball it is. The option is the player can make you then play again if he's not happy with where you've left him.
Yes, it's a little bit like snooker, in as much as perhaps after a foul shot you can make your opponent play again or take the play yourself.
I think the only difference is a foul snooker, you get to pot a coloured ball. Is that right?
As a free ball.
As a free ball?
Yes.
Whereas in this game, if you get the foul snooker, it's ball in hand. Yeah. A little bit of cat and mouse here. Marvin's come up with a nice snooker there.
there's any problem hitting the one ball. It's just a matter of getting it safe.
Yeah, we're looking to probably hit this full, leave the white down there and bring the one back up the top end of the table. Oh, looks like he's potted it. Nice shot. In this game, it's not a cool shot game. Any ball, as long as you hit the lowest ball on the table, you can pot any ball in any pocket. Whereas 10 balls are different, it's a cool shot game. So if you play a bank shot like that, you must call it. Otherwise, it's called a fault, and you lose your turn.
Anyway, no real advantage that time, apart from if he lays a great snooker.
I think he's come up short a little bit there, Dean.
Yes, he's struggling with the pace. Oh, that definitely goes.
Oh, he's got a little bit unlucky there. He's cannon into the 6, but he's snookered himself behind on the 4. Be a little disappointed with that. It's not a really easy out. He may have to go either side rail and across, or up top rail and back down. I think he'd be looking the side rail.
Well, if he plays the side rail, I think he has to just play with a lot of left-hand side.
Yes. I think he's got a little fortunate on that. It wasn't an easy shot. He's left Marvin on here. I think this is a chance for Marvin to take a 2-frame lead if he can just run this out.
Well, certainly the best chance of this frame so far.
Okay, he's played that with a little bit of check.
Needs a cue ball to stop.
Oh, I think he might have just got on it. Or he might just be snookered. It's hard to say from here. He's looking at it. No, he's definitely snookered. Can't see both sides, or can he? I think he can. He's had to give that a little bit of pace because he knew he was going to be canning into the black, so he's given it a bit more. I think he's ended up okay. Plays that shot nice. Okay, what's he going to look to do here, Dean? Will he run through, or will he just screw up off the side rail and back up to the 9 into the corner?
Just depends upon the angle, exact angle. I think the natural shot is really just to pot black and screw back off the side cushion and 9 ball in the opposite corner pocket. He's doing that. I think that's his good shot selection.
He's played that nice. Well, this might be the turning point. Marvin takes a 2-frame lead. Jimmy looks very professional in his kit there, Dean.
Yes, he's got the shootout short sleeve shirt on, so looking very dapper.
Okay, we've got Marvin to break. He takes a 5-3 lead. We're looking to get the one in the side pocket here. Which he's done. And I think he's got a nice shot here on the 2. A little bit hampered by the 4, but I think he'll be okay.
Well, I think the key shot, the key point on this shot is to get back onto the 3 ball. And that is going to be awkward with the 4 ball where it's placed.
Yeah, it was certainly a nice break, Dean. You got 4 balls off the break. And relatively nicely placed on the 2.
Well, he can play for the 3 ball into the right corner pocket, as you see it on your screen. Bottom right corner. Doesn't have to do that much with the cue ball.
The difficult here is that he's having to play high on the white. No, he's trying to lower it. No, he can't get over the 4. So this makes it just that slightly a little bit harder because he's sort of punching down on the ball. He's had to sacrifice position a little bit there.
So it's all about good potting.
I think he's just off straight on this, so a nice little stun shot here, Dean, would be the go.
I think that's right. That's correct. He just needs to leave the cue ball in the centre of the table. Gone a bit far.
Certainly a nice pot. Slightly a little bit more difficult here. He's quite a long way away from the 4 ball, so he certainly has to put a little bit more action on the white to make it screw back to get on the 5, so that makes the shot a little bit more risky. But good cueing here, and he should be okay. Oh, he's played that excellent. Lovely shot.
That's the best shot of the match so far.
He's just managed to kill the white there a little bit, with a little bit of side. Just ended up just off straight on this 9. I think Marvin's got a little bit of momentum going here, Dean.
Yes, well played, Marvin. He's increased his lead by 6 frames to 3.
Ryan has to sort of recompose himself here and think, well, what can I do to knock back this deficit? Good break here would certainly put him in good stead. I think one of the key points is that Marvin's break's been very consistent. He's been getting that 1 ball in the middle every time and getting good posse on the balls. Whereas I think Ryan's been a little more erratic with his break. He doesn't seem to have quite the same sort of control with the white as Marvin.
Yes, it's almost like a game within a game, isn't it, the break shot on these 9-ball tables?
Yeah, well, it certainly it can determine the outcome of obviously. Well, now that's more of a consistent break. He's a little bit unlucky there with the kick on the 3 ball, but he's managed to have a shot on the 2. Not an easy shot. Because he has to power this in, I think he'd probably be looking more at a safety.
I think safety's the wisest option. 3 balls out of play.
He may have been thinking about the cannon. That's one of the reasons why he played that shot.
Yeah, it was a good pot.
Yeah,
Look, you know,
3-8.
he's out there and he's facing the situation. But there's nothing easy here.
No, well, I think he's going to lose the white ball here. He's not going to be able to control it as nicely as he'd like to.
If he plays a thin cut plant, other cue ball could go anywhere.
Yes. He's played that well. It's a nice shot.
Pretty good result from there.
Marvin could play that off the 8.
Well, I think that's what he tried, Tony.
Yeah,
Just say he's a bit fortunate there.
Yeah, I think he got a bit lucky, but you know, good result in the end. Yeah, I don't think Ryan can come on the inside of that 7 and maybe pot it off the rail. I think he might have to come off the top rail with a bit of side and kick it in the arse.
I think it's, you know, he's got to kick that ball back up the other end of the table and leave the cue ball roughly where the 3 is now.
Yes. Heaps of bottom with good ball speed. He's played it beautifully. Oh, he's... oh,
Look out, anything could happen.
Fortune favours the brave, Dean. Lovely shot.
Well, he actually played the correct shot, and you know, in some ways, it would have been better if the 3 ball hadn't gone in.
Yes. Oh, where's the white going?
Close
Where's
to
the
the
white
centre
going?
pocket, very close, very close.
All right, if he can just hold his composure here, he'd be looking to play this off maybe 3 rails and come back down. So bottom left.
Well, I think he's just got to avoid the
7
ball, which is by the bulk line there. That's what he's coming around to look at. He doesn't want to kiss that ball.
And he doesn't want to, and he wants to avoid the middle as well. He's gone the cannon into this. I think he's got a shot on the 6 here, though.
I think he has, and it has turned out okay.
We'll just see how composed he is. He's played that nice.
Well, I think with his ankle, he might have to play for the 8 ball to the left corner pocket.
He'll just screw off this soft screw. Oh no, he chose to go up the table. You know what? I find that shot always to be a little underdone. People sort of underdo that shot. I think the better shot would be the soft screw.
Well, he ends up with betwixt and between. Now he needs a good pot. He's got it.
Yeah, I've actually had the pleasure of playing Ryan in a few tournaments over the years, and he's a very, very steady player. And when he does sort of get behind a bit, he seems to batten down the hatches and tighten up his game a bit, and he manages to sort of come through. $18-year age difference between these two.
Okay, there's a dry break there from Marvin. I think Ryan can just see this one on into the corner.
Well, he can definitely get through the gap. I'm not sure if he's got enough gap to get the potting angle, but certainly the cue ball will be returning round to the bulk area.
He sort of, if he does try the pot, he's got a little bit of traffic to try and get through before he get on that too. So he'll be probably looking to play this with a little bit of pace. And
well, is he looking for the 1 in off the 9 here, Tony?
wow, it's certainly looking. It looks like it, doesn't it?
I think he did try it.
He did. He did. Okay, I think Marvin's got to just run this through, and the white would naturally run through for the 2. Or stun it across for the 2. Yep, he's just overcooked that just a wee bit. He would have liked to have been on the other side of it. Now he's got to play the angle into the opposite corner. He'd be a little disappointed with that.
It's just that the cue ball gets more and more difficult to control once you go out of position. So he needs a good pot and he needs a good position onto the 3 ball.
Well, he certainly got them both there, Dean.
Little sideways glance on the 9 ball on the way back.
So I think he'd be quite happy with that result in the end. So he'd probably be looking just to stun off this and maybe play the 4 into the same corner. He's holding his composure. He's being quite consistent.
Well, he could play this 2 ways. He could play for the 5 ball into the right corner, or perhaps the 5 ball to one of the centre pockets.
I think he'd be looking just for with a slight angle on the 5 to get it, so he can come down for that 6. Yeah, I think personally, I think he's on the wrong side of that 5. He should have been on the other side of it, but maybe he can run. I think it makes it a little more difficult trying to run it through with the middle pocket there, so he may look at trying to cut it. I was looking at maybe the plant instead.
Well, whatever he's done, he's in the wrong position. The 5 ball to get off the 6 ball here is a very tough shot.
Yep. Yeah, he's basically left himself the plant, so he's just settled for the plant. I think if he plays this with stun, the 6 will draw across to the opposite corner.
Look, it's not an easy shot. You can see the gap there between both balls is quite significant.
I think it's in the timing. He doesn't want to hit it too hard. He just wants to time it nice. He's done that nicely. Yep. Now, this shot here, he's got to try and slow the white ball down, so maybe just a soft drag. Or maybe he can go back up the table and try and come back down, but that means he's forcing the shot. So, yeah, just play this softly. Got the natural angle here, just come off the bottom rail to get onto the 9.
Good pot, good position. 9 ball for a 3-frame lead.
Yeah, I think Brian needs to have a good break here to have any chance of catching up that deficit. Certainly makes it that much harder, Dean, when you've got the alternate break. You know, you can't get the momentum like you would if you win a breaks. Ryan here to break. 2 in the corner. Okay, slightly hampered here by the 7. He's still got a shot at the 1. Oh, he's missed that by quite a long way, but I think he's got a little fortunate.
Yes, I think with those shots, if you do play a thin cut like that, it's good to overcut them rather than get them too thick. So had a little bit of safety in mind, perhaps.
Okay, Marvin will just be looking to catch the edge of this, but the white ball, he'll find that he may have to play a little bit of bottom left to try and get position on the 4, other 3. Got very fortunate there. He's cannon the 8 out and made the 5 on.
Oh, that was a stunning result. It was actually quite a good shot. He played with right hand check side to cut the 1 in there. It hardly placed the white ball better.
Yeah, he's played that nice. He's got a nice little angle to get just to stun across for the 5. Now here he's a little, he'll have to probably play this with a little bit of check, but he can't afford to play it with bottom because he'll cannon into the black, which he does because unless he's thinking he may be the plant 6-9 plant. I think that 6 still goes on in past that 9.
He said he has quite a good angle to come around to the right-hand side of the table for the 7 to the right corner.
I think if he can play this natural angle to get on the 7, I think he'll just pop the 6. He won't go for the 9. A little bit risky. He could be going for the 9 though. Vegetate that option. He's got a little bit of white's got a little bit of way on him, but I think he's on the right side of the 7.
Just needs one good pot here. Stun the 7 and he will be on the 8. Tough shot though. Awkward bridging.
Just stay composed. Don't hit it too hard, just hit it nice. Yep, done that. Lovely shot.
Well, in goes the 9 ball, and Marvellous Marvin increases his lead to 8 frames to 4.
Yes, I don't think Ryan's had too many opportunities. Marvin's sort of taken the whole ball by the horns in every frame that he's managed to stay in control of. So, yeah, Ryan's certainly going to find his work cut out if Marvin continues to keep playing like this.
Good breaking again from Marvin. It's a bit unlucky the 2 balls not on.
I think it's just a safety shot here.
Well, it is a bit, it is safe, but I'm not quite sure he played it exactly like that.
Well, Ryan will be thinking, well, I've got to do something to peg this score line back, otherwise I'm going to be looking down the barrel.
Good pot.
Okay, he's missed that, and but he's left the 3 over the corner bag. Marvin will just be looking to screw this back, or maybe play off the side rail, get back up the table. Played that nice. Nice little angle to come off the top rail and back down. Might have to just play it with a little bit of right hand side, right hand top, slightly. Played that nice. Nicely on the right side of it too, to stun up for the 6.
A very well controlled shot.
Made this a little bit more difficult. He's got to put a little bit more power into this if he wants to stun it off that side rail and get back up for the 6.
Yes, I just think he needed more angle on the 6 ball. He's come a little bit straight on it.
He's played that nice. Just a natural angle here. Run the 7, natural angle on the black.
In goes the 9 ball, and Marvin increases his lead from 9 frames to 4.
Yeah, well, Ryan certainly had his chance. He missed that 3 and left it over the pocket there for Marvin. Marvin took full advantage of it. Oh, he's lost the white. Yeah, it's certainly, once you start to get that behind, you sort of get that sinking feeling, and that's when things sort of start going wrong, Dean. It's hard to get that momentum back, isn't it?
Well, absolutely. With a five frame deficit, the last thing you wanted to do was scratch off the break. Got quite a good angle to get the 3 ball off the side cushion here.
Well, the bottom right here. Does he just want to nudge that 3 off the rail, or?
Yeah, I think a little nudge would be good. Double kiss probably wouldn't help.
Oh, he's played that beautifully. Maybe a little bit hard, but overall, not a bad result.
Yes, I'm surprised with the pace that he played that shot. Didn't think it required that much power into the 3 ball to remove it off the side cushion. Now he's got to play one of those dreadful rolly shots across the side of the table here.
Play that nice. No, he's just got to watch out that he doesn't cannon into the black ball here. Well, I don't think it would matter too much, but it's just the pace here. He doesn't want to come down too far. Oh, he's jawed it. Nice. Well, here's your opportunity, young man. Okay, he's got a slightly difficult shot here, Dean, but will he screw this back?
Well, I just think he's too straight on the 7, so he needed the cue ball further down the table. It's a good recovery, however.
Played that nice. Oh, he sort of ended up in no man's land a wee bit. I think he's okay though. Okay, well, Ryan's pegged one back. Well, this is our Sunday night knockout, shootout. We'll be running these every week for the next 4 weeks. So it'll be the same time next week, next Sunday. It'll be 7 o'clock start. We'll have our 2 matches again. Marvin to break. Okay, he's got a nice lie here. He's nicely on the 2. Played a nice combination shot there. I just looked to screw off this, just to get just off straight on the 3. Ready for the 4. He would like to have got back a little bit further on that 3 than that, but he should be okay. Should be able to stun off the side rail and play the 4 into the top right. Not ideal, but he's still got a plant on the 4 here. 4-7 plant. Probably just look at just stunning off the slough softly. The 4 will run down towards the corner pocket. Just got to be careful not to overcook this. Play it dead weight. Played it well. He's just slightly overcooked that, but he's still got a shot on here. Probably look to just to play this with bottom and just sort of come in behind the black and off the side rail inside that way. And I think he's just looking to run this through. Oh, he's caught the jaw. Well, this is the type of shot where you just sort of want to give it a good heave-ho and hope for the best. see a safety shot there, Dean?
Well, he's got his jump cue out.
No, he has.
I'm not sure if this is a very makeable shot. The cue ball is very close to the 9 ball here, so.
And these are always hard because you're bouncing the ball over that at such a short range. Normally the white leaves the table. Got to sort of almost land straight on the black.
I think the jump shot is almost impossible, really, from there.
Without losing the white, I can't see him getting it off the table.
Well, anyway, he's decided to try and get the 8 ball safe.
Has he put it? It's a game of millimetres. I think he's given Ryan another opportunity here, Dean, to get back in the match. Just those little unforced errors. Oh,
gosh, that wiped its feet.
Certainly did. But I think it went round the pocket, Dean. Just off straight here into the centre. Shouldn't be too much of a formality. Okay, it looks like we've got a match on our hands. Okay, he hasn't got a shot on to pot the 1, but he has got a shot to hit the 1, so he'll probably be looking to play this relatively safe shot here. Try and leave the white down that end of the table, bring the 1 down this end of the table. Oh my goodness.
Well, that's a bit of a turnaround.
See, that's right, and the difference with the 9 ball to the 10 ball is if you played that shot in 10 ball, it would be a fault, and it would be your opponent's shot, whereas 9 ball, anything goes, pretty much. Oh, he's missed it.
Not only has he missed it, he's left it.
He'll be a little disappointed. It was a good opportunity to bring back the deficit there. Got quite straight on this, Dean, so I think it'll just be doing a soft screw up for the black. Looks like he's running it through. Oh. What's going on? I don't think that was the intended shot there, Dean, but he's got away with it, so he's got a nice poke up into the top right corner. Well, he's managed to turn a 9-4 deficit into a 9-7 deficit, so... Jimmy there just checking to make sure all the balls are touching. Got Marvin to break. Now Marvin will be thinking, well, hang on a minute, I was 9-4 up and now I'm 9-7 up. I need to focus on this frame. Waiting for Ryan to come back from the toilet. Just a nice break there from Marvin. Just landed a little bit straight on this 2, so probably just be looking just to stun this 2 and let the natural angle from the 4 to the 5. So he's punched that just so that he got the better angle. Now if he just runs this natural, he should get position on the 5 ball.
Might just be on the 5 ball. Yes, he is. Not much of an angle to get down for the 7, but he should still be okay.
Yeah, he's just off straight on that, Dean, so I think he'll just do a nice screw back off that. Try and avoid the 9 if he can.
Yes, well, ideally he wants to get up the table a bit, get closer to the 7 ball. Oh, there was all sorts of spin on that cue ball there, Tony.
Yeah, there was. Okay, he's just got to just stroke this nicely. Nothing too outrageous. Just stun it into the pocket. Yeah, he's played that nice. And then just be able to play this with a little bottom left and just come out for the 9. Sorry, bottom right.
You just keep good control of the cue ball. That's pretty good.
Okay, well that's Marvin on the hill. Well, it's sort of been a little bit of a roller coaster ride, this one. Ryan pegged back a few frames there, Dean, and brought the score back to 7-9. Now Marvin's now on the hill.
Yeah, I just think it's one of those games where if you do get a bit of a run on, get a bit of head of steam, you can knock off 3 or 4 frames in succession. So it's not over yet.
No, I'm sure Ryan has plenty to say about that. Managed to pop that one in the top right hand corner. He's got a nice little shot here on the 2. Has he got enough angle to stun across for the 3, Dean?
I think so. I think it's almost like a perfect stun angle shot. Not the best.
Okay, he's going to have to use the rail here to pot the 3. Just a little bit on the thick side. Okay, I don't think Marvin's got a shot here on the 3, so he'll just probably look to play the white up the top end of the table. Or send the 3 up to the top and maybe the white back down here behind the 9 or the 4. Oh, he's going top of the table.
I like the shot the other way, bringing the cue ball back up to the 9 ball region of the table.
Right.
I think there's a better chance of cover doing that.
Oh, I think Ryan's got a little bit lucky there. But having said that, I think Marvin may be able to get a kick on this. Yeah, I think once you sort of get on the hill, Dean, it's sometimes quite hard just to get that last frame, you know.
Well, the most difficult frame to win, of course, is the one that wins the match.
Okay, I think Ryan will just play a little snooker here. Just run the 3 to the side rail, put the white on the 4. What's he looking to do here?
Well, whatever he's looking to do, he's got a snooker.
Yes, so Marvin will get the jump cue out here. So we'll see what his long range jump shots are like. Oh, he's played that beautifully. It's been a little unfortunate. He's snooked himself on the 4. So the jump cue's coming out again, Dean. I don't know. Maybe you can see it.
Wow, it was an excellent pot. There's no question about that.
Oh, it's lovely, lovely.
Okay, needs a bit of an angle to get the cue ball close to the 6. I think he's got that angle.
Yeah, I think if he just plays this with, say, middle of the white and stun across that way.
It's a bit of a top stun, isn't it?
Yes.
Needs a bit more.
Yeah, I think he played that the best he could, though. He did put a bit into it. He's just got to compose himself. Off the side rail to get position on the 7.
Well, that could be match ball. Right, tight cue ball control needed. 7 to the 8. It's a little bit thinner than what he would have liked.
I think he's played that just about perfect, Dean. Nice little, just off straight that is, so nice little stun
Yeah,
shot.
he's got to dig down on the white ball here and just move the white ball across a couple of inches. Match ball for an 11-7 win for Marvin.
Well done, Marvin Drago. Hard luck, Ryan. Good match overall. Oh yeah, we've just got Bernie here talking to the winner of today's Sunday night shootout, Marvin Pedrego. Yep, go ahead, Bernie.
All right, congratulations, Marvin. That was a great match. Sort of a little bit tight at the beginning, and then you ran away, and then Ryan came back, and then you took it out in the end. How'd you feel about it?
Pretty happy with the way I'm shooting. I practiced hard for 2 days and just concentrating on the break. And I think the break worked out for me, and some unlucky for me as well. But pretty much, I'm really very happy with the way I'm shooting.
How did you find playing on new cloth? Been a bit of a struggle?
A little bit, because the balls are skidding a bit, so hard to control the cue ball. You need to adjust quite a bit on your speed.
So you booked yourself a spot in the semi-final. You'll be playing the winner next week, I think, out of Mark Chu and Sullivan Clark. Who's your pick out of that match? It's going to be pretty tough, whoever you have to take on.
Pretty much the match would be exciting because I know both of the players. And Mark have a good score against Sullivan. Maybe this time Sullivan will go. Although it's anyone's game. They pretty much even skills-wise.
Congratulations again, Marvin, and we'll see you in a couple of weeks back here for the semi-final.
Thank you very
Great.
much.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, there we have it, folks. There's our Sunday night shootout. I hope you enjoyed the games tonight. We'll be back next week, same bat time, same bat channel, so be here about 7 o'clock for our next matches. So really look forward to that, and yeah, we'll see you next week. Bye-bye.